Om Shanti. Baba's Murli of the 30th of January 2024. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, your hearing is now taking place. The Father takes you away from sorrow and takes you into happiness. It is now the stage of retirement of all of you, and you have to return home. Sweet children, your hearing is now taking place. The Father takes you away from sorrow and takes you into happiness. It is now the stage of retirement for all of you, and you have to return home. Question: why does each of you children repeatedly receive orders to remain yogyu and to follow Srimad? So why does each of you children repeatedly receive orders to remain yogyu and to follow Srimad? Answer: because the scenes of the final destruction are now to come in front of you. Millions of people will die. There will be natural calamities. For your stage to remain constant at the time of seeing all those scenes, for you to experience happiness for the hunter and death for the prey, you need to remain yogyu. Only yogi children who follow Srimad will remain in pleasure. It will remain in their intellects that they are to shed their old bodies and go back to their sweet home. Om Shanti. The spiritual father sits here and has a heart-to-heart conversation with you spirits and talks to you because you spirits have been remembering him a great deal on the path of devotion. All are lovers of the one beloved. Images of Shiv Baba, the beloved, have been created. They sit and worship those. They don't even know what they want from him. All worship him. Even Shankaracharya worshipped him. Everyone thinks that he was great. Although he was the founder of a religion, he too had to take rebirth and come down. Everyone has now reached their last birth. Baba says, it is now the stage of retirement of all of you, young and old. I take all of you back home. You call out to me to come into the impure world. They have so much regard for him. Come into the impure world and the foreign kingdom. They must definitely be unhappy. That is why they are calling out to him. It is remembered that he was the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. Therefore, he surely has to come into the dirty world in an old body, and that too in a Tamo Pradhana body. In the Sato Pradhan world, no one even remembers me. According to the drama, I make everyone happy. You have to use your intellect for everything. You understand that there will definitely be the original, eternal deity religion in the golden age. In other spiritual gatherings, they simply continue to study the scriptures and come down. Those who fall into the bug become unhappy. This is a world of sorrow. That is a land of happiness. The Father explains everything and makes it so easy for you because the poor innocent mothers don't know anything. No one knows whether they have to return home or continue to take rebirth all the time. There are now those of all religions. At first, there was heaven, and so there was just the one religion. You have the whole cycle in your intellect. These things cannot stay in the intellect of anyone else. They say that the duration of each cycle is hundreds of thousands of years. That is called extreme darkness. Knowledge is extreme light. Now, you children have enlightenment in your intellect. When you go to any temple, you would say that you are going to Shiv Baba. We are becoming this Lakshmi and Narayan. These things do not take place in other spiritual gatherings. All of those things belong to the path of devotion. You now know the Creator and the beginning, the middle, and the end of creation. Rishis and Munis used to say that they did not know. You too did not know this previously. At this time, there is devotion throughout the whole world. This is the old world, and there are so many human beings. In the golden aged new world, there was just the one undivided religion, and then there are the divided religions. There is conflict among the many religions. There is conflict between everyone. According to the drama, their policies are like that. If they separate anyone, there is war. A partition is made because of not knowing the Father. People have become those with stone intellects. Now, the father explains the deity religion has disappeared. Not a single person knows that it was their kingdom. You now understand that you are becoming deities. Shiv Baba is our obedient servant. When a prominent person signs his letters, he always writes obedient servant. The father also says, I am an obedient servant. Dada too says, I am an obedient servant. I will come again after 5,000 years at the most auspicious confluence age of the cycle. I come and serve you children. You call me the resident of the faraway land. No one knows the meaning of this. They study so many scriptures, etc., but they don't understand the meaning of them. The Father comes and tells you the essence of all the Vedas and scriptures. You children know that it is the kingdom of Ravan at this time. People continue to become impure. This drama is also created like that. He removes you, children, from the extreme depths of hell and takes you to heaven. That is called the Garden of Allah. This is a forest of thorns, whereas the Golden Age is a garden of flowers. You will remain constantly happy there. You become ever healthy and ever wealthy. For half a cycle, there is happiness, and for the other half cycle, there is sorrow. The cycle continues to turn. There is no end to it. The greatest Father of all comes and takes everyone to the land of peace and the land of happiness. When you go to the land of happiness, all the rest remain in the land of peace. Half the cycle is happiness and half the cycle is sorrow. In that too, there is happiness for the greater part. If it were half and half, what taste would there be? On the path of devotion too, you were very wealthy. You now remember how healthy you were. When those who are very wealthy go bankrupt, they remember what they had and how much wealth they had. The father explains how wealthy Bharat was. It was paradise. Look how poor it is now. It has now become completely poverty stricken. There is mercy for the poor. They are now begging. Those who were solvent have now become insolvent. This too is in the play. All the rest of the religions that come are byplots. The number of people of so many religions continues to grow. It is only the people of Bharat who takes 84 births. A child calculated everything about other religions and sent it to Baba. However, there isn't any benefit by going into that too much. That too is a waste of time. Sometimes we go into so much details which really does not make sense. And the most important aspect, which is to remember Baba, we forget. We want to understand everything in the Murli. But what is the most important thing, which is to remember Baba, is what we forget. So Baba says, a child calculated everything about other religions and sent it to Baba. However, there isn't any benefit by going into that too much. That too is a waste of time. If you were to stay in remembrance of the Father for that length of time, there would be an income earned. So instead of trying to understand everything, if you remember Baba, there will be an income. Our main thing is to make full effort and become the masters of the world. The Father says, you were Sato Pradhan. You have now become Tamo Pradhan. You have taken 84 births and now you have to return home. You have to receive the inheritance from the Father. You have been remembering the Father for half a cycle. The Father has now come, and so your hearing now takes place. The Father is once again taking you to a land of happiness. This is the story of the rise and fall of Bharat. It is now the impure world. All relationships are old, and you now have to go into new relationships. At this time, all the actors are present. There is no difference in this. Souls are imperishable. There are so many souls. They are never destroyed. First of all the millions of souls have to return home. They are never destroyed. All the bodies will be destroyed. This is why people perform Holika. You know that we were worthy of worship and that we then became worshippers and are now becoming worthy of worship. There won't be any of this knowledge or any scriptures, etc. Everything will have been destroyed. Those who are yogyuk and following Srimad will witness how everything is destroyed in the earthquakes. It is also printed in the newspapers how villages are destroyed Bombay wasn't so big previously. They drained the ocean, and that will become the ocean again. None of those buildings, etc., will remain. In the golden age, there will be palaces by the sweet waters. They won't exist by salty water. So, none of this will remain. With just one tidal wave of the ocean, everything will be destroyed. There will be many calamities. Millions of people will die. Where will grain come from? Those people also understand that there will be calamities. People will be dying. Only those who are yogi will remain in pleasure. It will be happiness for the hunter and death for the prey. When there is snowfall, so many people die. There will be many natural calamities. All of this will be destroyed. Those are called natural calamities. They cannot be called godly calamities. How can you blame God for those? Baba is asking. How can you blame God for those? It isn't that Shankar opened his eye and destruction took place. All of those stories belong to the path of devotion. Missiles too are mentioned in the scriptures. You know that they will destroy everything with those missiles. You can see how there will be fire and poisonous gas used in them. The father explains, at the end, everyone will die suddenly, so that not a single child has to suffer. Therefore, they will die quickly through natural calamities. All of that is in the predestined drama. Souls are imperishable. They are never destroyed and can never become smaller or larger. All the bodies will be destroyed here. All the souls will go to the sweet home. The Father comes every cycle at the confluence age. You too become the highest on high at this most auspicious confluence age. In fact, only Shiv Baba can be called Sri Sri, and the deities called Sri. Nowadays, they continue to call everyone Sri. They say Srimati so and Sri so and so. It is only the one Father who gives you Srimat. It is Srimat, question. Is it Srimad to indulge in vice? This world is corrupt. The Father now says to you, sweetest children, remember me, and your alloy will be removed. While living at home with your families, live as pure as a lotus. You souls now have the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the cycle, but those ornaments cannot be given to you. Today, you understand yourselves to be spinners of the discus of self-realization, whereas tomorrow, Maya would flood you, and all of this knowledge would fly away. This is why a rosary of you Brahmin cannot be created. Maya slaps you and makes you fall. And so how can a rosary be created? The omens continue to change. The rosary of Rudra is fine. There is also the rosary of Vishnu. But there cannot be a rosary of Brahmins. You children are given directions. Renounce your bodies and all bodily religions and constantly remember me alone. The Father is incorporeal. He doesn't have a body of his own. He has to come into this one in his age of retirement when he is 60 years old. Gurus are only adopted in one's stage of retirement. I am the Sadguru, but I am incognito. Those people are gurus of devotion, whereas I am of the path of knowledge. Look how Prajapita Brahma has so many children. Your intellects have left the limited and gone into the unlimited. People go into liberation and then go into liberation in life. You go first and others go later. Each one of you has to experience happiness first and then sorrow. This is the world drama, and this is why it is said, "Oh God, this is your divine game." Your intellect continue to go around from the top to the bottom. You are lighthouses who show the path. You are the children of the Father. The Father says, remember me, and you will become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. You can also explain in trains. The unlimited Father is the creator of heaven. There was heaven in Bharat. The Father comes in Bharat. They celebrate the birthday of Shiva in Bharat, but no one knows when that was. They don't have the time or the date because he doesn't take birth through a womb. The Father says, consider yourselves to be souls. You came here bodiless. You were pure, and you now have to go back bodiless. Constantly continue to remember me alone, and your sins will be cut away. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharna 1. Become a lighthouse and show everyone the path. Remove your intellect from the limited and keep it in the unlimited. Become a spinner of the discus of self-realization. Second, you now have to return home. Therefore, make effort in your stage of retirement to become Sato Pradhan. Don't waste your time. Blessing. May you become a flawless diamond by having relationships and connections with others as a diamond and only seeing the diamonds. May you become a flawless diamond by having relationships and connections with other diamonds, with others as a diamond, and only seeing the diamonds. Bap Dada's Srimad is be a diamond and see a diamond. Even if you souls are like coal and completely tamoguni, as soon as your drishti falls on those souls, their impurity should decrease. Imagine how powerful you have to become. As soon as your drishti falls on those souls, their impurity should decrease. However many you come into contact with, while having relationships and connections from Amrit Vela until night time with them, simply be a diamond and continue to see diamonds. Let there not be any flaw in you. The diamond, due to any obstacle or nature. Let there not be any flaw in you, the diamond, due to any obstacle or nature. Even if there are obstacles of many different types of situations, just be so powerful that you are not influenced by them. Slogan: those who keep their minds and intellects constantly empty are obedient. Those who keep their minds and intellects constantly empty are obedient. The Avyak signal for today. With Avyak silence, experience the double light angelic stage. With Avyak silence, experience the double light angelic stage. Just as those in a spaceship are able to take a photograph of the whole world, the globe, because they are high up, in the same way, with the power of silence, sit in the cave of introversion and experience deep silence, and this experience will make you a double light angel. Acha, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. Om Shanti, everyone. Thank you very much. Yes, I'll just do the announcement quickly.
Do you want to turn off the recording first?
Yes, sorry. It should be.